Good evening, everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium, scene of tonight's college baseball game between Rivier and Daniel Webster. John Collins with Tom King on Nashua's ETV. You have Daniel Webster College, the Eagles in the white uniforms with the red trim, and you have the Rivier College Raiders there batting right now, leading off the game. It'll be a 7-inning contest. They're in the gray pants and in the navy blue jerseys. Mike Janes handling our camera. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. Thank you for watching Nashua's ETV broadcast as we get underway with the first pitch from David Wesson, the right-hander. For Daniel Webster, throws a strike over the outer half of the plate. It's 0-1. Leading off for Rivier is Kyle Bowser, the center fielder. As Wesson's pitch hits the dirt just outside the catcher.
If you think the Eagle uniforms are a little brighter than they were if you caught the end of the first game, they are. They switched uniforms to their brand new uniforms and their home uniforms because they're the home team in game number 2.
And getting his uniform dirty quickly is the catcher. Tyler Bonin is handling the pitch calling as David Wesson gets ahead in the count, 1-2 on Bowser. Trying to get on board and continue what has been an upset in game 1, and it starts it off well with the base hits left field.
Game 2, I know it.
Just a simple stroke right there by Bowser, Tom. A very, very little body movement, is able to just go right to the ball. Kind of reminds you a little bit Paul Molitor, the simple swing. The fastball down the middle, and does his job as a leadoff batter. He gets on board for Kevin Romero, the left fielder, batting second in the order for Rivier. So nobody out, a man on board, and shows bunt. Ball gets away, and down to second base will go Bowser. So they don't have to sacrifice him down there. They get there on a wild pitch.
On a wild pitch. Don't forget that, well, not that you would know, but that Bonin is not their starting catcher. So he converted to first base last year, so he's behind the dish in the second game of a doubleheader.
Wesson comes set, checks the runner at second, Bowser, and comes to the plate. Swung on and missed. Might have been a changeup. It was in the dirt.
Romero came into this game. This is the tough year that the Raiders have had. They're 1-22 before their second victory today. That's give me a rivalry and I'll show you where the records don't count, and this is a perfect example of it.
Wow.
With that 4-3 win. Romero comes in here, he's the number 2 hitter, he's batting 122 coming into this doubleheader. So it's been a struggle this year, but don't forget, this is Anthony Perry's first year, so he is going to try to build a program.
Top foul to the Eagles on deck circle to the left of home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count on the 2-hitter for Rivier. We're just underway in game 2 of a doubleheader. Rivier did get the win in game 1, 4-3 over Daniel Webster. And the Eagles trying to even things up here in game 2 as Wesson comes to the plate, takes something off, ground ball to the right side. Knocks it down, throws to first. That is Kilgore with the Elliott makes a nice play on a difficult hop, and the runner goes to third on the play. So 1 out, and a runner sacrifice a fly away from scoring.
There's the effect of the wild pitch in the dirt. Right. That's a double play ball. Otherwise, if the Eagles could have turned that double play. Now they've got a runner at third with just 1 out and a chance to score a run on a sac fly with Kevin Weaver at the plate.
The shortstop for Rivier.
Having a good year, 400 coming into this game.
Bends away from what looked like a cut fastball or a slider. Catches the inside corner for strike 1.
But again, your third hitter in the order, and he's only had 5 RBIs coming into this game, into the doubleheader.
Wesson over the top with the fastball, misses down. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's always a choice a pitcher must make with a man on third. Do you go from the windup or the set? And a lot of the
windup, wouldn't you, in this situation?
Well,
John?
A lot of the major leaguers go from the set because they're afraid guys are going to swipe home on them. As he bends away from a curveball, did it get him?
No, not quite.
Somehow it didn't. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Weaver. You ever time it, you can run 30 yards in 4 seconds. And
I
some of these
still
guys,
think that's tough. Even with the windup, it's still a tough. With a right-hander on the mound, a left-hander, I can see it. But a right-hander, that's got to be a tough steal, even if he is winding up. But I'm sure John Collins has tried that a few times.
I don't want to. It's not my telecast to boast here.
I'm sure you've done it a few times at third base.
Yeah.
Coming in as that's ball 4.
That's it.
Having a little problem trying to find a play. Now listen.
But it can be done.
Here's the thing. You've got a team that's 1-22, actually 2-22 now, coming in, right? They're 2-22 for a reason. You got to throw strikes.
I'm talking about Daniel Webster.
Yeah.
Make these guys hit the ball.
Make these guys hit the ball. I mean, there's no Babe Ruth in this lineup.
Prince Fielder's not walking through that dugout door.
Well, he might not be able to fit through that dugout door, so that's an issue.
I brought him up in the first game. I was talking to Mike James, our cameraman, about baggy uniforms. They're in style. Pedroia wears them for the Red Sox.
Well, they're in style.
What's your thought about it?
They're in style with Prince, I'll tell you that.
Right.
David Weston comes into this game with a stop it before I get into more trouble. David Weston comes into this game with a 9.00 earned run average and a 1-0 record. 4 appearances, 2 starts, 10 innings pitched. He's given up 13 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, and he's walked 9 and struck out 10.
Did we get a walk or a hit by pitch from Mr. Weaver? Walk from Mr. Weaver. He's at first. Bowser's at third. No score yet. First and third, 1 out, and the bender hits the outside corner. David Wesson in a jam to begin the game.
Keep an eye on Weaver, the former local player, to try to steal second base.
In the cleanup spot.
Now Wesson's going from the stretch.
Batting here, John DiBenedetto, the catcher for Rivier, looks at a brilliant strike right over the outside corner at the knees, and it's 0-2. So
DiBenedetto comes in to this doubleheader, 235. 15 RBIs, though, to lead the team.
And a chance for more runs batted in here.
Not that time.
A dribbler back to the mound. Going for 2 is Wesson, and they'll get it.
They get out of it.
A 1-6-3 double play. So we may have jinxed Mr. DiBenedetto by talking about his RBI total as he hits into the inning-ending double play. So after a half inning, we're scoreless here at Holman Stadium as Rivier had a nice chance to get on the board first and third with 1 out, and they bound into the double play.
Back here at Holman Stadium, just seems like yesterday we were at hockey rinks and basketball courts, and now all of a sudden, now we are in the outdoor venues.
And you look colder than you have in some hockey rinks right now.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm dressed the way I usually am for some hockey rinks.
That's right. Well, Mike James found us a heater, so I have no complaints.
A heater, or is it the city heat that's turned on?
Well, it might be the city heat.
It's the press box heat, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's the thermostat.
The thermostat.
Yeah, exactly.
It works.
Yeah.
Holman Stadium, home for this rivalry game, but
I'd like to say it's the warmth exuded by Mike James, but I can't really say that. He did find us some warm air, though.
The Daniel Webster College Eagles usually play their game at Harvey Woods Field.
It's a nice facility, John. It's up on the hill on top of the campus. It's been there for, I think it's about 6 years old.
You're right,
not
again.
Sure.
Yeah, it's completed in
7 years old, or
2005.
8 years old, Ken Belvin tells us, yeah. I was there for the dedication of it. That's how long I've been around.
Oh, you've been around a lot
longer than that. Yeah, exactly. But it's a nice facility. And, my pet peeve is always...
Did you know Coach Woods?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
My pet peeve has always been for Rivier, and we can ask Joanne Merrill, you can ask Joanne Merrill this when she comes on, is how this program has persevered at Rivier without a field.
Well, we can both ask her because it's the third mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a great
Darn,
question.
I thought I was going to get
you thought, yeah.
But that's, they've persevered with without a place to call home, except Holman Stadium. They played some games here. But they've moved around a bit, and they've also played some games at Harvey Woods Field.
Well, Mike Scanlon is our pitcher for Rivier, and depending on how well these guys pitch, these games can go quickly. They're only 7-inning contests, and so we'll see what develops here as Daniel
John
Webster steps to the plate.
Just to the point where we were until midnight. So that's
that's right. You're not supposed to talk about those things, huh?
No. Scanlon on the mound.
And Elliot Kilgore doing the leadoff duties for Daniel Webster. Elliot Kilgore playing second base in this game. He's from Milford, New Hampshire. A 6-footer, 180-pound sophomore. And he gets hit by a pitch.
And Scanlon does not have a wealth of pitching experience this year. He's only appeared in 2 games. He's pitched an inning in the 3rd, given up 3 hits, struck out 3. And he's hit 3 batters. So now he's just hit number 4.
Right. And so, just as Rivier got their leadoff batter aboard, so have the Daniel Webster College Eagles with a chance to get on the board first. Rivier's potential rally fizzled at 1st and 3rd, and 1 out. They bounded into a double play, and now with the leadoff batter aboard, the Eagles.
Again, this is a non-conference game. The road to the NCAA tournament is through the NACC for Daniel Webster College, if they can possibly get there. They have never made the NCAA tournament. Tied for the conference title 2 years ago, but the conference was in its infancy and was not awarded an automatic bid. They have played in the ECAC tournament, however, and that's going to go through for a base hit.
Marstaller, the left fielder batting there, was able to come through with that base hit. And it is a rally officially for...
Boy, John, I'll tell you, look at it. It is, after 7 o'clock at night, and that dirt is still kicking up.
Yeah. Like a sandstorm out there.
It does. Wow. They have got to water down this infield because Mother Nature isn't doing it for us.
And George Toma's not going to walk through that door and do it either.
Well, the city's done a fairly good job of maintaining the field over the last decade. With all the different events that go on here, this place gets a ton of use. So they've done a good job. What's hurt this spring, Mother Nature hasn't done the job.
Kyle Brigham, the 3-hitter, couldn't ask for, I guess he could ask for bases loaded, but he got 1st and 3rd and nobody out here in the bottom of the 1st inning. We're scoreless for the moment. That looked like a changeup that caught the outside corner. Nice pitch by the Rivier right-hander, and he's got the count in his favor, 0-2.
Scanlon's got some movement on his pitches, but you can tell he hasn't been on the mound much this year, and that hurts a little bit.
That may be playable.
And it is dropped.
J.J. Montello put himself in position to make the play. Unfortunately,
overran it
by a step, and comes out of the glove.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think he was expecting to make that catch, so when the ball hit his glove, he didn't.
It was a lot further onto the field of play than I think he anticipated. A few people thought that was in the stands when it first went up, and it came back toward the field. And Montello, a great chance there to come up with the first out of the inning, unable to. The runner goes, holding on to the ball.
Now we're gonna have a little discussion here in the box. That should go down as it does go down as an E5. Yeah, definitely. And a steal of second base, and the sandstorm continues.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never seen it this dry. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Big strikeout right there for Scanlon.
Sure it was. His third baseman may have dropped the plot, but he comes back and picks him up with the K.
Sure does.
Brigham.
That's the big thing, is you will hear infielders say they let their pitcher down with errors, but you will also hear pitchers sometimes say, I've got to pick up my infielder after he makes a mistake, or my outfielder. And Scanlon did just that with that pitch.
Corey LeLever, the Hudson native from Malvern High School, had a great season last year. Was named NECC Player of the Year, I believe, and racked up some great numbers. Is up there in the cleanup spot. Just jackknifes out of the way of an inside breaking ball.
In 09.
There you go for the Alvirne Broncos. So
went to Keene State. Things didn't work out there. Comes to Daniel Webster. Things work out perfectly. There's a few players on this team that are like that.
He's got 2 teammates in scoring position. He fists it to the left side, and this time Montello's going to call it and make the play in fair territory. So 2 outs and still no runs in for Daniel Webster.
I think Lalive is having a little bit of a down year offensively. I think he's put a little bit of pressure on himself, and I'll tell you why. As I look at his numbers, 272, which is below what he normally hits. 16 RBIs, only 1 homer this year coming in. I think his numbers are down because he's draft eligible.
Really?
And I think that he's put a little bit of pressure on himself.
He wanted to even improve on last year's great numbers.
And I think that pressure is kind of he's put that kind of pressure on himself a little bit. That's just my guess.
Scanlon trying some of the soft stuff here, and it's been working to this point. He got into a jam immediately, put the first 2 runners on, and has shut the door since then with a strikeout and a pop-up.
Now here's a kid, Tyler Bonin, out of Campbell High School in Litchfield. His 3rd year here, and
he gets nothing to hit. He walks.
And the thing with Bonin is, just never expected to have the kind of career he's had, and he's coming into his own this year, hitting .387 coming into this game, into this doubleheader.
So you have Kilgore at 3rd, Marstaller is at 2nd, and Bonin is at 1st. The bases are loaded with 2 outs, and the batter is Ryan Dupont. Big swing, carves a foul. Is it playable? Yes, it is, but not able to make the running catch in DJ Boston territory over there. The Nashua Pride 6'6" first baseman who used to make some spectacular catches over that way. And
well, he had such a big reach.
Oh yeah.
You know, because of his height. He could reach it in the stands or reach over the fence along the concession area and, you know, make the catch and get a hot dog besides that.
That Scanlon curveball stays up and in. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Dupont, another player who is a freshman out of Merrimack High School, was going to go to Becker College, did in the fall, played there in the fall.
Really?
Did not like it, decided he wanted to come home, came home, was basically going to take the year off and then figure out what he wanted to do, and got a call from the Eagle coaching staff and said, hey, come on out and let's see what we got. And here he is.
Hammers one down the line, fair. It's off the 3rd baseman, and it's going into foul territory. 2 runs are in. It's going to go as either a double or a 2-base error.
That was hit hard. I would say that's a double.
I would go with you too. Yep. And it's a 2 RBI double for Rich Dupont. Ryan Dupont, excuse me. Ryan out of Merrimack, New Hampshire, comes through big time with 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Eagles. Kilgore and Marstaller both score, and to 3rd base goes Bonin, wearing the auspicious number 44 for baseball fans, of course. Henry Aaron, among others. Eric Bourdreau from Alton Bay, New Hampshire, first baseman and outfielder. And the pitch from Scanlon just plunks him. So he's got to reload the bases here.
Yeah, this is what happens, John, a lot in double headers with college baseball, especially with a team like Rivier who doesn't have a lot of pitching. And they've got to put a kid like Scanlon, who doesn't pitch an awful lot, out on the mound to try to fill out that 2nd game. And unfortunately, it's not working out for him right now. 2-0 in favor of the Eagles, bases loaded with 2 outs.
And taking the strike on the inside corner is Rich Lizotte, Rhode Island native, the shortstop and sophomore for the Eagles. Trying to keep the rally going here with 2 outs and 2 runs already in. Looks at a bender over the outside corner. for strike 2. So Scanlon working in and working out and is ahead in the count on Lizotte. He's got to protect here on 0-2. Rips it into the left field hole, and it's a base hit. 1 run is in. Great speed from second base. Will play 2. So 2 big 2-out hits for the Eagles put them up 4-0 here in the first inning.
Man, if you lose the first game of a doubleheader 4-3, you want to come back strong in that first inning, because the longer the second game stays close, the less of a chance you have just mentally, because you're worn down. But Daniel Webster does what they have to do here. Jumps right out of Rivier with a 4-0 lead. And they have the advantage.
Way too good of a pitch.
You know, that's the experience of of Scanlon on the mound.
Yeah, you saw it was right down the middle. I don't know
he's just trying to aim the ball and put it over the plate.
The bunt in front of the plate, out quickly. Nice play from behind home plate.
He wasn't bunting for the base. It was a swinging bunt, but that'll do it for the side. 4 runs for the Eagles. A couple of big base hits for RBIs and 2 2-run hits, and they've got a 4-0 lead.
That was John DiBenedetto, the catcher, that made that nice play from behind home plate. And that was the center fielder, I think, number 11 for the Eagles, that Josh Chasey, that tried that bunt. The sophomore from Haverhill. But left it a little bit too close to DiBenedetto, who's got a great arm. So back out into the mound, Wesson will take his warm-up toss as we go to the second inning of a scheduled 7-inning game, second of a doubleheader. Rivier won the first one 4-3, and now Daniel Webster with a commanding 4-0 lead here early. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Mike James. We're on Nashua's ETV. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. Chris Hall was a keynote speaker at the
Daniel Webster
dinner,
the hot stove dinner that they have every year.
The off-season dinner. So he's back with the Futures League.
Chris Hall has had a very, very, very busy off-season. If he thought that the first year was busy when he got the league started, the second year is uncomparable, because I mean, the league is more than doubled.
Yeah.
And he's got to oversee all that and make the connections and do all the paperwork and make sure the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, teams are ready, and facilities are set. Ownership is what they want.
Slow hit ground ball in the hole, losing his footing on the dry dirt, and not able to. He's got a great arm, but not able to make that play. Was our shortstop, Lizotte. So
yeah, no way.
Hit.
With that ball hit so deep in the hole, once he slid, there was really it was a 50-50 play at best at first.
Right.
Then when he slides down, there's no chance to get the base running.
So the leadoff batter for Rivier, Aramis Velez, reaches on the infield single here to lead off in the second inning. His team trailing 4-0, exactly what you want to do. The bunt try is foul tipped right into the catcher's mitt. And I really do think that Briar King was trying to bunt, but kind of fanned on it. 0-1. You see some batters square around really early on bunts. I'm a fan of kind of turning in rhythm, not giving it away too early. So I think it helps your accuracy, actually. Pulls it back and takes a strike on the inside corner. So in a hole, 0-2.
I just think if you can bunt at this level, you can do an awful lot of things, because the more you challenge the defense, the more apt at this level they are to make mistakes.
Right. Make the long throw. You look at the third baseman.
The hurried throw.
Yeah.
The trying to make sure the right player is covering the right spot. I mean, these are situations they practice, but when you're still dealing with college kids at the Division III level, they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to put pressure on a lot of teams.
Hey, nice job getting that shot, Mike. I think you've got the camera there on third base, and we saw that it was just foul by inches. So Briar King nearly got himself a double or a single down the line, and he flails at one, got a piece of it. He's still alive. Foul tip apparently.
Mike, it's getting cold in here again.
Aramis Velez is your runner at first base for Rivier College. And Briar King, the second baseman, batting second here in this inning. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Pops it to the left side.
He jammed it. It was a nice pitch.
Good job by Tyler Bonin getting
Just
out of the box.
put the ball right where he had to swing almost defensively.
Right.
And jammed him and gets the foul out. We've had a lot of balls popped up into foul territory by both teams in the first inning and a half of this ball game.
Lucas Palma, the number 7, the designated hitter, will try not to pop it up. And he squares the bunt and takes the fastball right down the middle from David Wesson as well. Wesson, unperturbed by these bluffed bunts and actual bunts, as he just fires strikes, per Tom King's advice from the first inning. Go right at these Rivier batters, and he has done so. Bender over the inner third of the plate. So Wesson mixing it up, but all strikes here in the second inning. Has an 0-2 advantage on Lucas Palma. J.J. Montello is on deck. The 0-2. Goes down and gets it. It's a sinking line drive into the glove of the left fielder, Marsteller.
Hardest hit ball we've seen in the end of the first game and the start of the second. And it's right at the left fielder.
And that was not an easy pitch to hit either.
He dug down and got that.
Palma gives it a ride, but has an out to show for it in the scorebook. We'll call it L7, line out to left field. And J.J. Montello, he and the wooden bat, is now at the plate for Rivier College.
Does he have the wooden bat this time?
Might want to verify that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He fooled the center fielder, I think, in the first game. I don't know if it was Chasey. Chasey's out there right now, but he's playing shallow. Maybe because of the wooden bat, and he went right over his head with it.
Right, well, the ball's not going to come off it as well as it would be. See right there.
And you see the late break, and he makes the play. Marsteller.
He was playing deep.
Yeah, the aluminum bat that's right at him. And
right, aluminum bat, he doesn't have to move 2 steps.
Right.
That's the difference. But 3 out of 4 hitters done for the night, done for the game here, and that's a big thing. Is when you get crooked number up, you want to shut down the other team in the next inning, and that's exactly what the pitcher did.
That's exactly what Daniel Webster did there, and they are up 4-0 as they go to the bottom of the second. They get to hit, maybe add to their total here at historic Holman Stadium. We're on Nashua ZTV. Rivier College is in the navy blue jerseys and the gray pants, and Riv going with their white on white and the red numerals for the Eagles. Baseball season underway. Hopefully we'll be doing those futures, a few of those futures college games here at Holman Stadium.
Well, I'll tell you, this league is going to be an interesting league because 5 more teams, John. That's a lot of players. That's a lot of players.
And last year there were how many? 4?
Yeah, including 2 teams heisted from the NECBL, more or less, in quotes. I'll say in quotes, heisted. Lynn returned, North Shore.
Mm-hmm.
That Nashua-Lynn rivalry would be renewed.
Any big names we might know?
No, I haven't. You know, John, I haven't even. Well, yeah, as coaches, yeah, there is one big name. Now you got me drawing here.
Well, you have 4 innings, 5 innings to think about.
Try to remember it, right.
Elliot Kilgore will get the leadoff duty here against Scanlon.
Yes, I just thought of it. I'll tell you in a second. You'll enjoy hearing this name.
Slow curve for strike 1.
Richie Hebner.
Richie Hebner.
He will be the manager of North Shore.
I knew you weren't going to disappoint me with the big names.
No.
What is his nickname? He's a big hitter. Is that a hit by pitch?
Yes, it is. Just barely nicked him in the elbow.
So down to first base will go Kilgore.
Scanlon's not going to knock anybody down with his pitches. If he hits somebody, he'll plug them softly.
Kilgore, the leadoff batter in the order, was hit by a pitch the first time up, and so he's done it again. Down to first he goes, leading off the game and the inning here in inning number 2. And Mr. Scanlon is hoping that it's not the beginning of another 4-run inning as he pitches for Rivier here carefully to the number 2 hitter, Kevin Romero, who grounded out to the right side his first time up.
Food smell is killing me.
Yeah. It's there's a carnival right outside Holman Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know if they opened the concession stands. Is the
They
one
did
behind
not.
home plate?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of defer to the carnival because it's only steps away from the gate.
Exactly.
There's might be the basic changeup. He's thrown a lot more of those than fastballs. It seems like Scanlon's going with the real off-speed game plan here tonight.
A lot of kids at that carnival in between games as I took a look at it, and then
grounder.
Oh, what a pick.
Fair ball over the first base bag.
Right off his glove. He almost had a great pick at first base.
Will they send the runner? No. Good strong throw from right field will keep the runners at second and third.
Hard hit and just off the glove, just barely. At first base, almost a great pick.
Kevin Romero, his team down by 4 runs, actually his team ahead by 4 runs, trying to add to it. He was one of the few batters that made it out early in the first inning, and he comes through big time his second time up here in the second inning with a double. It's to left center, and it's going to be
should
deep
get
enough.
a run home.
Here comes the runner, and there will be no play at the plate. It is a 5-0 Daniel Webster lead.
That's the right play, though. Cut it off and not allow the runner to advance to third base.
Elliot Kilgore scores. He reached on a hit by pitch, went to third on the double by Marsteller, and scores on the sacrifice fly by Kevin Weaver. So Weaver gets the job done. 1 out here in the second inning. And John DiBenedetto. Oh, is that Rivier? I'm going by the wrong roster. Sorry. Number 27 for Daniel Webster's Corey Leliever.
Leliever took a big swing and blooped one that was caught just on the short outfield grass. See if he tries to cut his swing down a little bit against Scanlon. I think the temptation with the big swing is because Scanlon doesn't throw that hard.
Corey Leliever.
What an athlete. Just a phenomenal athlete.
What other sports are we talking?
Just if you've seen him up close, baseball-wise, just the way he runs, 4-2 player.
Yeah.
Well built. He's just baseball all the way.
He's got a 3-0 count. Let's see if he swings. Yes. Deep left field.
See you later.
Track wall home run, Corey Leliever.
Yeah. Got the green light on 3-0. Boom. Gone.
That would have been off the top of the wall at Fenway. Perhaps it was a shot. Leliever, 3-run home run. It is a 8-0 Daniel Webster lead.
10th home run of Leliever's career, 2nd this year. But that's the kind of potential that he's got. Again, 4-2 player.
2-run home run.
Yep. And it's a 7-0 Eagle lead. Ken Belbin, there is no mercy rule in college baseball, is there? No, there is not. No, I didn't think so.
Swing and a miss. Tyler Bonin, who walked his first time up. So the offensive highlight of the game or of the night thus far, provided by Corey Leliever of Hudson, New Hampshire. That one's hit high and deep to center, backing up to make the play out there is Rivier's center fielder for the final, second out of the inning only. Actually, second inning, 2 outs. 3 runs are in, 7-0.
Boy, he got a pitch right down the middle of the plate. Not a whole lot of velocity, but a little bit more that Lalive could take. But if you saw that swing, the difference between that swing and his blue, he shortened up his swing. And that just allowed him to have major contact with that pitch.
So DuPont is up. He doubled his first time up. Off of the third baseman's leg, and he takes a bender on the inside corner for strike 1. Down the third base line, foul. Into left field. Aluminum bats sound different from one to the other. You know, some sound like a bell. Others almost have a wooden bat sound, and that's what Corey Laliver's bat sounded like.
Oh, it was just instantaneous.
Yeah.
But as we took a shot of that left field area, I don't think I'll ever.
Ground ball left side through the wickets.
Yeah, I think when it rains, it pours for the Rivier Raiders here.
Was sharply hit, but J.J. Montel will tell you he probably should have had it.
I think every time I look out at that left field picnic area, I'll always think of the fact that the President of the United States was there. Obama did a campaign thing out there.
Yeah. I thought you. Why do I think of Jose Canseco immediately? I guess my priority.
Now you could point to any part in this outfield of Canseco.
Yeah. Well, I asked him that question about would he be willing to crash into the wall to make a play.
Oh, that's right. And he didn't, did he?
No, he turned.
No, he turned. That's right. That was opening weekend of 2002, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jose Canseco will die one day, but it will not be here.
It will not
tonight.
be here tonight.
Holman Stadium, chasing a fly ball.
That's
that
right.
wall will cut me in half.
Great line. Great line.
I can't quote Obama, but I can quote Jose Canseco.
Great line. Well, I was disappointed that Obama was here and didn't come into the press box.
Oh.
He was running. It was during his campaign.
So DuPont reaches on the error, and Rich Lizotte, who singled his first time up, gets to keep the inning alive at 0-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt, blown away, 1-1.
That's right. Jose Canseco will not die in Nashua, New Hampshire.
He was playing left field that night.
Where did Ozzie
Bender
was here
mixed
too,
inside. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, was Ozzie a DH? Ozzie was a DH, I think, wasn't he? I don't think Ozzie was in the field.
Well, Ozzie hit a pop-up that almost hit a helicopter one time. Never forgot that. He was a big home run hitter in the Atlantic League, Ozzie was. He didn't make it in the majors, but...
Jose got signed out of the league, didn't he?
Great jump by DuPont, and he steals second easily.
Didn't Jose parlay that into a contract?
He did.
Yeah,
he ended up with the White Sox.
White Sox picked him up, that's right.
For a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And, you know, after that, he said he was blackballed because of his book.
Oh, he was saying he was blackballed when he was here.
He was. And then he said the book would reveal why. And he's still trying to make it back as a 47-year-old DH. He says he'd play for the Blue Jays for free if they would have him. So a walk.
Anthony Perry is going to go out to the mound and tell his pitcher this. He was going to tell him, is that Anthony? I'm not sure. It might be his pitching coach. That's his pitching coach.
Here's Rich Lizotte now to bat. Rich, the sophomore shortstop's going to have to wait for the conference on the mound between manager and pitcher right now. The head coach of Rivier is going to leave his pitcher in the game.
The shortstop, number 19, Rich Lizotte.
Scanlon's delivery hit into the hole for a base hit. That will plate another run.
Anything Scanlon has up there does not have much stuff on it.
No.
And that's obvious. So they can't. I mean, he's a sacrificial lamb at this point.
Right. So up to the plate, try to bunt his first time up. Josh Chasey of Haverhill, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. He is a sophomore center fielder.
The center fielder, number 11,
And trying to come up with another 2-out hit. So Riv has come up with 4 runs, a pair of fours, one of the 4-run inning in the first inning, and now a 4-run inning in the second inning, highlighted by a 2-run blast by Corey the Lever.
Do it right here.
And that is a fly ball to center to end the inning. 3 outs, but 4 runs in for Daniel Webster. Corey LeLeve leaves by way of left field. A sharply hit line drive that took very little time to get out of here.
Boy, did it. 3 seconds?
Right.
8-0 in favor of the Eagles.
So what does a player like LeLeve do in the summertime? Does he play in the Futures League? Or is he?
That's a good question. I don't know where he's going to play this summer. I'm not sure.
I think he'd probably help somebody
I think
in the 9-team league.
Be able to help somebody in the 9-team league as well. But there's also doing it in the collegiate baseball league too.
Oh yeah.
Expanded to Old Orchard Beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in recognition of the free admission
Worcester?
we ask you to help Rivier
No.
Northern Mass someplace?
Well, Brockton.
Brockton.
The Rocks have now
Yeah.
joined the collegiate league rather than the franchise has been suspended by the Can-Am League, and they've decided to go collegiate baseball.
Who were the 2 teams you were talking about were filched from the
Old
NEC?
Orchard and North Shore.
Okay. Yeah.
Both under new ownership. So that was the decision ownership made when they took it over. And we've got also, before the season ended last year, they had already announced the expansion to the Fitchburg-Leominster area.
That Old Orchard, they call it the ballpark at Old Orchard Beach.
Right.
I played there. Whitney Houston actually sang there.
Did she do a concert there?
Yeah, she did. Matter of fact, we had, the caretaker of the park was telling me about it last summer.
Wow.
Before she died. That was one of the most historic or most famous people that had ever played there at the
It
Old
was
Orchard.
formerly the home of the Maine Guides.
Right.
It also had a little bit of a history connected with Nashua, because the year the Pirates left, the franchise up in Old Orchard was thought to be possibly moving here, and another franchise moving there, and there were all sorts of transfers going to be made.
Artie Hoffman had a good swing at that pitch. He fouls it off to the right, now to play. Hoffman leading off his team, trailing 8-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Tomahawks swing at that one again, fouls it off to the right of us here in the press box. Hoffman adding 8th in the order for Rivier. Playing right field, looking at the 1-2 pitch coming. Defensive swing and an easy pop up to the second baseman. That is Kilgore, and there's 1 out here in the 3rd.
And you can see after classes have done and everything else, the students have made their way over, a few of them. Daniel Webster College has got a little bit of a student body over to the left side.
Return to the top of the Rivier College lineup. The center fielder, number 20, Kyle Bowser.
Back to the top of the order, Kyle Bowser, center fielder who singled and reached second on a wild pitch his first time up. One of only 2 hits for Rivier in this second game of a doubleheader. Rivier did win the first game 4-3 here at Holman Stadium. Hits it high to left field, but higher than deep. And it's going to be a fairly easy play out there for Marsteller.
Boy,
2
that
out.
Fooled me.
Off the end of the bat, I think. So with 2 out and nobody on, Kevin Romero, the left fielder who grounded out to the second baseman his first time up, will stride into the
I'm
box.
impressed with Weston's ability here to throw strikes.
What do we have for Mr. Wesson's statistics so far in this season, Tom? Is he?
I'll tell you in a second.
Done well?
No, it's not that. I mean, he's done okay, but nothing to write home about.
Any shutouts? Does it say that? Wouldn't. It's probably fired out.
Well, the second game of doubleheaders, you're not going to get a guy who's got that much experience anyway. So he's only made 4 appearances, and this is only his 3rd start of the year. He's 1-0 with a 9.00 ERA. 10 innings pitched, 13 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, 9 walks, 10 strikeouts, allowed 2 doubles and a home run. And opponents coming into this game, opponents were hitting .295 off.
He's got to throw a 2-0 pitch to Romero here. Fisted back to the screen.
Traditionally, in the second game of these college doubleheaders, you're not going to see too many pitcher's duels.
But you may see some slugfests. And Rivier's trying to get that going if they can. They trail 8-0. They like to get some runs on the board.
Well, I'll tell you what, if J.P. Pine can get 7 innings out of this pitcher in this game, that sets up his pitching for the rest of the week.
Well, that was a nice breaking ball right there with the inside corner to make it 2-2. Took something off, ground ball to third, knocked down, crossed the diamond.
That's all you got to do. Take something off the pitches, make sure they're over the plate, a little bit of movement maybe, but let the Raiders hit it when you're up 8-0, and we've been through now 2.5, 8-0 lead for Daniel Webster.
Kyle Brigham of Hudson, New Hampshire and Alvern High School making that play at third base, and also an equally nice play on the other end by the Alton Bay, New Hampshire native Eric Bourdreau, who made a great stretch to pull that one in. And that's 3 up, 3 down for
and we'll
Rivier.
Have a new pitcher for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah?
Predictably, I thought that would happen. And coming in right now, I believe, is it Montello? Can't tell that's 25 or 26 on the mound.
It would probably be
well,
26 Don. I think well, actually, Montello's not at third base right now, so let's see. He might be right after all. Yeah,
that's
it is
Montello.
Right. He's showing his versatility. He was at third base for game 1 and most of game 2 here until now.
Well, his versatility hasn't paid off too much as a pitcher. He's 0-0 with a 10.29 ERA in 7 appearances.
No losses.
No losses.
I'm looking at the bright side. I'm his agent.
18 hits allowed in 7 innings. He's allowed 18 hits and 17 runs, but only 8 of those earned. And he's walked 7, struck out 3. Allowed 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and probably the toughest stat of all, opponents are hitting .462 off him.
Ouch.
So we shall see if this move works.
Daniel Webster's bats have heated up here in game 2. They've plated 4 runs in the first and second innings and lead 8-0. Nearly batting around in the process a couple of times. So let's see how they do here in the 3rd inning and how they do against the new pitcher, J.J. Montello of Rivier.
The most important stat of the night, Mike James has turned up the heat.
The temperature in the press box. Here comes Elliot Kilgore, who has been up twice already and been hit by pitches twice. So what do you think, Tom? 3 for 3? He's let off 3 innings in a row. It's amazing. And the pitch from Montello misses high. Fortunately, very far away from the body of Elliot Kilgore. The 1-0 on the way. And he plunked him in the helmet. 3 hit by pitches in a row. Elliot Kilgore. And I am sorry if I had any part in jinxing him there.
You did.
That's awful. Not where you want to get hit. So to first base goes Kilgore. And he seemed none the worse for wear. It was kind of a glancing blow, and it was not a 90-mile-an-hour fastball by any means from Montello. So Kilgore tying the baseball record for hit by pitches in a game, I believe.
Ron Hunt.
That was a long line drive, and it just falls in front of the center fielder.
No one else in our audience, hardly anyone in our audience will know who he is. You remember Ron Hunt?
I do.
Yeah. That was his forte.
As was who's the Astro there? The Biggio.
Yeah, Biggio. Yep.
Batting seventh, number 7, Lucas
So
Palma.
following up his teammate getting hit by a pitch, Derek Marsteller drives a long line drive to center field and falls in there for a hit. And it's first and second with nobody out for Kyle Brigham.
And Anthony Perry's just got to reach into his roster for arms. And see, that pitch just sails behind the hitter. Wild pitch, not even close.
Right.
It's, you know, J.J. Montella's not a pitcher. I mean, he's not here to pitch. So.
He's a sacrificial lamb.
Well, he's been a sacrificial lamb a few times because of the fact you've got to play doubleheaders in college baseball. In those second games, you are not going to get a wealth of pitching talent.
So Brigham's looking for a 1-0. He hopes in the strike zone here with 2 runners in scoring position. And that one misses low, and having his hands full to stop these balls in the dirt is the catcher for Rivier. Hit high in the air to left field. It's going to be a long run for both players, and making the catch out there, throwing in, but there'll be no play at the plate. And it's 9-0. Daniel Webster as Kilgore crosses the plate. For the 3rd time after reaching on a hit by pitch, he scored his 3rd run of the game. Sacrifice fly by Weaver, and that will bring up to the plate. No, actually, excuse me.
Bring up Corey LaLeve.
Corey LaLeve. That was Kyle Brigham with the sac fly. And LaLeve, who hit a line shot home run his last time up, gets his first look at J.J. Montello.
Kyle Brigham began his college career at Southern New Hampshire University, had shoulder surgery in high school and just never really recovered right. Finally did, but by that point, he felt he was done.
Hit into the hole area. It's picked up and crossed the diamond. Nice strong throw.
Nice play.
You got to get him.
Yep. Yeah, I think in a 9-0 ball game.
Nice job by Kevin Weaver, the shortstop.
You got to beat the throw by 3 steps.
Right, right. Lucas Palma was the first baseman for Riv, who made the stretch there on the other end of the Kevin Weaver play to get LaLeve. And so to third base on the play. Ball's hammered to right. It's deep. It's a long run. It's going to get over the head of the right fielder. And rounding first, looking for extra bases, is Tyler Bonin. He's going to stop at second with a double.
Well, Bonin again. It's his 3rd year. J.P. Pine says the best year to judge a player is from sophomore to junior year. And he's a junior. This is his 3rd year, and he has really come into his own this season.
The designated hitter, number 18, Ryan DuPont.
Ryan DuPont, the DH, will get a chance now with another runner in scoring position. It's a 10-0 Daniel Webster advantage.
These Eagles can swing the bats.
Yeah, and
which shows you how good of a job the Raiders pitching did in that first game.
Right. Yeah.
To hold them to 3 runs.
And let me give the credit to Justin Chenevert, number 31 for Rivier, who got the win against this talented offensive lineup for Daniel Webster.
And he didn't come in with great numbers.
No?
0-4. With an ERA at 10.61.
Stolen base at third.
Ooh.
Or was it a wild pitch?
Must have been a wild
pitch.
It
was. I think it was not a straight steal. Yeah, it was a loose ball.
10-0.
We're both looking down at our stats.
J.P. Pine is not going to steal.
No. Yeah.
He's not that kind of guy or coach.
No.
But
I think that's why it was so close.
Look at the dirt. It's surrounding J.P. Pine.
Yeah, it still is.
It is. He's brushing it away. Unbelievable.
Just lingering.
Dust Bowl City with the lack of rain here in the Northeast.
Strike on the corner.
Yeah, if it's off the plate by half a foot, it's going to be a strike.
As Ryan DuPont just found out. Right-handed batter digs back in there and looks at the 3-2. Hammers it to the right side and
Oh.
taking a tough bounce.
Well,
for
see,
Weaver.
that's the thing. That's the other factor
Yeah.
of this dry infield is the ball is going to bounce and bounce hard.
Yeah. So that would have been a tremendous play for Weaver in any conditions, but especially this condition where ball took an extra high hop, and I don't think he was going to throw the run out at first anyway. But base hit, RBI, 11-0 for Daniel Webster.
44, Eric Bordeaux.
Hit by DuPont.
Whoa.
Gets away to the backstop and down to second base. So Boudreau rounded out to the swing and bunt to the catcher. One of his previous times. Very high to left field and fairly deep. Getting a beat on it though and making the play. Rivier gets out of the inning after allowing, though, 3 more runs. It's I have 11. I don't know. The scoreboard says 10, but it is a big lead for Daniel Webster right now. Do you have a score, Ken?
You got 11 or 12
11,
or 10?
yeah.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Joanne Merrill's here. Joanne, would you like to
Yes.
join us?
Help us, Joanne. It's
Be
11-0.
true to your school.
Yes, it's baseball's like that. You never know what kind of game it's going to be. It's
You don't, and,
yeah.
and Daniel Webster has been like just really on the upswing in the last few years.
Yes.
So for us,
Oh, that first game win was
4-3.
monumental.
that was a huge
That's the
win
best
for
win
us,
of the
like
year
against
for-
you know.
We
like a
did
good team.
broadcast 2 innings of it, so that is on the record, the video record.
Good.
Good,
because
a big moment for Rivier earlier this evening
Yeah.
here. And so, what else is going on in the spring? Softball must be underway.
our softball team's doing really well. They're like currently 3rd or 4th, I think, in the GNAC, so they're having a really good year. They're like 20-6, I think, right now. Don't quote me on that. But they
With Dave Morissette as their coach.
with Dave Morissette, like who's also our men's basketball coach.
That's a tough transition.
Yeah.
Because
is,
you've
'cause
got
it
to
goes right
basically
through.
start your softball season while your men's season is going, men's basketball season is going on.
Wow.
You got to get them throwing in January and getting working out in the gym and wherever else they can work out. So he's got to basically almost coach 2 sports at once. And with the competitive nature of men's basketball, and the traveling involved, that's not easy to do at all.
It's tough, and our spring break is early, so he finishes his season, and like the next week gets on a plane to go. So
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
but
And had a
they're
smile
doing-
on his face
yeah.
when he did too. So
They're doing well.
Yeah,
Our men's volleyball team is as usual doing like really well. They went 14-0 in the GNACs. We're the #1 seed for our playoffs in that start Thursday.
yeah, John has a scar on his hand from men's volleyball.
You had to bring that up.
I think he
So-
still has it. But I still say, Joanne Merrill, that if Ken Kolek was a basketball coach, he'd have a building named after him on campus right now. The success that his volleyball teams have had,
Yeah,
men's and
he's-
women's volleyball,
right.
are just unbelievable. And the difference in
He's an
volleyball
incredible
this
coach.
year is that now it's an NCAA sport. So, he has to win this conference tournament to get that automatic bid.
That's right.
He probably has a shot at that large if he doesn't, but still, you've got, because of the reputation of the program,
Yeah.
but at this level, that's never a guarantee, and you've got to go with the conference title.
I want to just mention Kevin Weaver's pop-up to right field and showing off that athleticism again. Corey Leaf with a diving catch after calling off the second baseman. Kilgore 1 out.
4-tool player.
Yep. What's the tool he's missing?
Luck.
Yeah. So how's the weather been? It's been a benefit.
It's funny.
this
Ken
spring?
Belbin, who's
Yeah.
the Daniel Webster SID, and I were just talking. I feel like this is the first spring I can ever remember that we have played every single game.
Wow.
Usually you have a few snowed out or rained out. But
Right.
We've played everything.
You just jinx yourself for the rest of the year.
I know. I shouldn't have said it.
Joanne, how has baseball persevered for so long without a field to call their own? Besides this stadium, which they're able to play.
And we just mentioned
but that's
Harvey
never a
Woods
guarantee.
field
So
for,
I mean, Dan Webster's helped out with Harvey Woods. They let
Daniel
you
Webster
use
has
that,
helped out.
but-
I think because we have a turf field right now, like they can do a lot of practice stuff like on our own field.
on
Like it's
your
not a baseball
on your
field, but
rectangular
on a
field.
rectangular field.
Right.
That's right. You know what? I think it's like having Holman, back for most of our games has been a real help because it's such a beautiful place to play. Like, it's such a great park. You know what? We've played, like, honestly, we've played games at different schools. Like, we've played games at Southern New Hampshire. We've played some games at Franklin Pierce. We've played some games at New Hampshire Tech. So you just make it happen. I think we have kids, like our students, who just love baseball. So, and I think with our new coach, like Anthony Perry is our new young coach, like,
Right.
I just think he's going to turn things around.
Yeah, it was a great hire by you.
I think so.
Perry's got a lot of baseball experience for a young guy, and he's played professionally too. So that being said, with baseball getting going, I think the other thing that at Riv that I've noticed this year is your lacrosse program for men has improved.
Same thing there. Like, we have a new coach, Jay Delanoy, who was a high school coach, for a while, but then an assistant at Southern New Hampshire. So he's got like good playing experience, good coaching experience, and he has done just like a fantastic job. So they won their first 4 games.
Right, which almost was as many wins as they'd had the first 2 years, right?
We had 1 win in our first 2 years.
Right.
So he's done a tremendous job with them. Like, we've got, a few more like true lacrosse players in. So I think that's another program for us that's going to take him a couple of years, but he's going to turn it around. We also have, like, I think we're lucky in that we have Gary Dempsey, like, as our assistant coach.
Yep.
And Gary's like a vice principal at Bedford, New Hampshire, so he just obviously is doing like the coaching, like, just for the love of the game. But
right.
He's just so well connected, like, in the state and nationally. So he's been like a great teacher, and that's just I feel like we have such an advantage with the two of them, as coaches. So.
Do you see any more sports on the horizon, or is the athletic program pretty much you got just about everything? That's right. That's right. There's a sport that begins with an F and ends with an L.
Is Ken talking about fencing?
Yeah, I think so. I know it.
I don't. I think we've got some building to do, like, with the teams we have. Like, we want to try to build them up, like, roster size, like, build them up in competitiveness. So I'd like to do well with what.
Is there ever a year that goes by where somebody doesn't come to your office and say, "Hey, when are you going to get a football team?"
Football, hockey, golf,
golf you could do.
We could do golf.
You
Yeah.
You've got the golf course right next door.
I know. And it's a conference sport.
John will coach that. Is it a conference sport that you know?
It is a conference sport.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
That's
no football.
That's what I thought. The one thing I thought stood out about this current year for you sports-wise was the success that your women's basketball team had.
I agree.
I just thought that it was just they've been on the cusp for a few years, and new coach last year. You had growing pains the first year, but the way that they played this year, and just a heartbroken loss in that semifinal game in the conference semifinals, and then get the ECAC bid, which is a big step forward for the program.
It was. I'll tell you, Paul Williams, who's our coach, has done an incredible job, like, at just building like a family type of atmosphere. And then again, like, we have this incredible assistant coach, Laura Aloisi, like, who was such a phenomenal player in Nashua, and in Holy Cross, and she's in graduate school at Rivier. So it turned out to be a win-win all around.
Because you can't say no to Paul.
You can't say no to Paul.
It's not allowed.
You can't. And
no, he will not let you. He will not take no for an answer.
I'll tell you, he got
very
the most
persistent.
out of he got the most out of all the women on that
team.
Like, some role players, some just really good work. And then having, like, the Purcell sisters, Amandra, who's a senior, and then when her sister DJ or Deanna came, she had an incredible season. Amandra finished the year as, like, the #1 in the NCAA Division III, like, in 3-point percentage, and then DJ scored over 500 points this season. So
wow,
right, as a freshman.
As a freshman. Yeah.
So you've got a perennial 3-time chance for a 3-time conference player of the year right there.
Yeah.
Quick check on the field. 11-0. Rivier is trailing, but they have 2 runners on base now with 2 out as Briar King reaches on a 2-out strikeout. The ball went to the backstop. Also, if you're keeping track of Corey Lalieve diving catches. He's got 2 in this inning for both of the outs in right field.
It's the tool.
It's the
There's
athleticism
that 5th
you talked
tool
about.
right there.
Oh,
the
yeah.
luck.
He's hit a home run. It's the Corey Lalieve show here in game 2.
Exactly. But I still...
Talking with Joanne Merrill of Rivier College.
Every time I interview you, every time we talk, I still go back to that day when I called you in 1990, or was it 89 or whatever, and said, hey, you're going co-ed. What's your plan? Because you have envisioned the level of athletics at this level of Division III getting to where it's been today for, the whole area, all the schools that you play, all the different sports. Daniel Webster and Riviera. Could you? It's grown so much over the last 20 years.
It has.
It's incredible.
It's definitely grown. It's a whole different game in terms of recruiting. And,
whole different world.
Different athletes, and anyone who thinks Division III is not, doesn't have athleticism or.
Oh, we're seeing it.
We're seeing it. But it's incredible because
it is incredible.
A lot of the schools that are in these conferences had 2-3 sports to offer years ago, and now look at what you've got.
Wow, he had a chance to make number
DJ,
3.
DJ Boston catch, I
believe.
Almost.
Hudson, New Hampshire, where the Purcell sisters come from.
That's right. You know what? And I'll tell you, we've had, when we get local kids, I'm sure Daniel Webster feels the same way. We've had such successful athletes, with local kids from Nashua, kids from Hudson.
Well, I think the first one who really broke that barrier for you guys was Jeff Leclerc. In basketball,
Jeff Leclerc,
basketball.
and then we had Danny Caruso from Nashua.
Right, Caruso from Nashua.
Aaron
Leclerc
Lopez
from
Nashua.
And once that pipeline starts, it doesn't stop because they tell it, the word spreads.
It makes a difference because they're, they play at a very competitive level in high school, and then they have been very successful athletes for us. So
what did
always like it when a local kid comes.
What did the men's basketball program, them making the NCAA tournament in 2007, what did that do for that athletic program? That was your first major sport that achieved that status.
Well, no, because our women's volleyball team had done it before, but it was our first men's sport. Once the AQs came, that went. I just think there was a lot of, there got to be a lot of local interest. It was a real success story for us, just because we weren't seated that high originally in the playoffs, and just to make it through with that. And again, that was another Lance Bisson, another Nashua kid who I still remember scored our winning 2 free throws in that game.
A great tournament.
But then I'll tell you, since then the GNAC is so competitive in men's basketball. It hasn't. I think since then no one has won it. More than consecutively. Yeah, thanks. Big word. So that's a good thing, for competitiveness in our conference. And that's another thing I think that's changing on the women's side of basketball. Teams, it used to be, one team on top all the time, Emmanuel College, but teams are just getting much more competitive now. So that's a good thing.
The new facility obviously has brought in a lot of students. You love it. Any other plans on campus, or are we? I know that was the beginning of a 3 or 4
we have a new
phase.
president. Sister Paula Marie Bewley is a new president, and the campus right now is going through a master campus plan, so trying to look at everything. We definitely have some needs. Would love to see a field house and another practice field, but all part of the master plan, I guess. So.
Yeah, exactly. But the job has changed over 20 years, hasn't it?
Sure has. Sure has, but it's still fun.
Yep.
Joanne, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It was great.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Joanne Merrill of Rivier College joining us during the game here as Riv is on the wrong end of an 11-0 score and trying to keep it there as they play defense here against Daniel Webster's hard-hitting team. It's see if, is that J.J. Montello back out there, Tom? Or I think it is.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Again, you've got to use these pitchers more than one inning because they've got to.
And doing the batting for Daniel Webster College, Rich Lizotte getting set to dig in as they get a bat out of the playing surface away from danger.
That is the one sport that is everybody on the tip of everybody's tongue when they talk about these colleges is when are they going to get football?
Yeah, line drive out.
That would change the entire landscape.
So
that would change everything. They would have to really, really pump some major dollars into a program to do that.
Right.
The center fielder, number 11, Josh.
And I don't think at this time either school is prepared to be able to do that.
So Kevin Romero, the left fielder, makes the catch on the line drive out by Lizotte. 1 up, 1 down. As that pitch fades in near the helmet of number 11, Josh Chasey, the center fielder, Daniel Webster. It's an easy take as well. Missing up is Montello, 2-0. Because he's, or as well as these Daniel Webster batters have been hitting the ball, Tom, I wouldn't be surprised to see another one fly out of here at some point.
I wouldn't be either, because basically, you know, again, this is a point in the game where the pitchers are just trying to get out of it.
And just trying to throw it over the plate.
Just trying to aim it. You know?
Yeah, and it turns into BP for some of these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But nothing to hit there for Chasey. He's going to trot down to first with a walk. And they are aware down on the field that Elliot Kilgore has been hit by a pitch 3 times already in 3 plate appearances. They just shouted it out, so I didn't jinx him. They said it down on the field. Last time, though, hit him in the helmet. You don't want that. The pitch. Ooh. And you can hear people say nearly number 4. Like James was talking about, he was a ball magnet back in his left-handed hitting playing days.
Trying to envision that.
Oh,
no.
I will say that did happen to me in a game in Puerto Rico.
I don't want to get into that.
No, I know you don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't
want
want to get off the topic.
We don't want to talk about that. But that was. I mean, you wonder at this point, was Montello doing that just to get him the mark or not? I mean, how do you hit a guy 4 times?
I don't know, unless you're trying.
I mean, he's not crowding the plate.
Well, you know what? He's not one of those guys that jumps out of the way quickly either.
But why?
You know, some guys.
How does that happen
anything.
4 times?
I mean, you got a guy like Pedroia. He stands way back from the plate. You know, he's less likely to get hit. And
no, if I was a pitcher, I'd hit Pedroia.
Grounded right side.
That should be a fair ball. No.
They call it. Yeah, it looked like it could have went either way on the call, but they call it foul. And back to the plate will come Derek Marsteller. Marsteller has a double in this game.
How does that happen? Let's see, how many times on the year has that been for him?
And he has a chance to score 4 runs after 4 hit by pitches. He's done it 3 times already. Yeah, you have a hit by pitch there, right?
9 times this year, 5 times coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened.
He's doubled his season total just about.
Just about. But let's see if he leads the team. Coming in.
The reading glasses go back on.
All right, enough out of you.
Hey, Doug Flutie wears
He was tied with Eric Boudreau.
Doug Flutie wears reading glasses.
He was
nothing
tied
to be ashamed of.
He was. Now, what would I care whether Doug Flutie wears reading glasses or not?
Because he's.
I don't.
Because he's younger than you.
Why would I care? Because he's younger than me. You're younger than me.
That's true, but I don't wear them. So I'm trying to help you.
What has Doug Flutie got to do with anything here? Oh, man, I'll tell you. First and second, 2 outs. The Eagles looking for more. They've already got 11 across the plate. 11 more runs than Doug Flutie has today.
High fly ball, long run for both players.
Boy, that ball
Nice
did
catch.
hang up there. I thought it was going to go deeper, and I think they did too. Nice recovery to make that catch. We have played 4 complete here at Holman Stadium. It's 11-0 in favor of Daniel Webster College.
So no runs. That's an accomplishment there for Riv as they were.
Well, Montello's going 2 innings, so I'll have to see if he makes. We do have a pitcher out in the bullpen warming up, so I think that'll be it for Montello. And they will bring in another pitcher to start the 5th inning when we get to that bottom of the 5th.
Right of your picture, you can see it's kind of a teaching moment here for Rivier. They have the team all out in the field and huddled around.
Anthony Perry is a very good student of the game. He will be successful at Rivier College. He has the energy to recruit. He has the connections to recruit.
Is that him there?
No. Yes, that's him there with his back to us.
Okay.
Yep, with his motioning with his hands. That's Anthony Perry, the head. There he is, the head baseball coach, smiling.
Yep.
Why not? He's got his 2nd career win tonight and a big one over a local rival.
You say you know about his background? A little bit?
Anthony Perry?
Yeah.
Came from Fisher College. Was an assistant there for a few years. Played there. Has also played professionally. Was also the bullpen catcher here for the Nashua Pride. Learned a lot of baseball from the likes of Butch Hobson, from John Roper, from a lot of the other Pride players. We went through the roster a little bit when he and I talked a few weeks ago. Then he went down and also learned from Andre Raboon. Then he went down and played in the Atlantic League for the Butch Hobson managed South Maryland Blue Crabs. Played a couple of, I think he played 1 year. Then he began his college coaching career. And here he is.
You know,
he's also the SID, by the way.
We were talking.
So any information you need to know,
you did an excellent job.
Perry, you can get from Anthony.
You get an A on Anthony Perry from me. Tyler Bonin, the catcher, Ken Belvin giving us our information, is a two-sport athlete. He plays both hockey and baseball at the varsity level.
Well, that's just it. The hockey is what has helped turn him into the player he is this year. He said that this year he concentrated more than he ever has on his conditioning, and playing hockey made him do that, and it has helped him with baseball considerably.
J.J. Montello waves at one. Doing the pitching for Riv and now doing some batting, trying to get his team on the board. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Wesson has gone the distance for Daniel Webster. The pitch behind the batter, and this may be warning time. It is.
Yes, it is.
After 4 hit-by pitches, just in case, I hope it up. And that's going to draw.
That's going to get J.P. Pine out to say, hey, come on. It's not like he's, they're hitting the deck with these pitches.
Right. And that draws the ire of the Daniel Webster College fans, who think it's kind of uneven that the warning was issued after the first near miss of a Rivier batter, where you had 4 plunks on Daniel Webster's side.
JP is definitely arguing his cause there, saying, come on, we're up 11-0. Why would we be throwing at people?
To get even for.
Yeah, they're laughing when he made it. At least we were. Was he in any kind of pain when he got hit by those pitches? I mean, come on.
Not even the one in the head, but yeah.
This is not a situation where they're going at it. So let's not overreact. But that is the umpire's ruling. Both benches have been warned. So.
So we do have a, looks like a pinch hitter here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Davis, who has moved into right, is the batter. It's Garris, G-A-R-R-I-S, his first name. Runner goes and will make it to second successfully. So running down on the scoreboard, 11 runs, trying to keep things interesting. Rivier has a runner in scoring position for Garris Davis, who is 3 for 19 on the young season. He's had 19 at bats. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Wesson hits the batter on the thigh. Well,
now what's the decision here?
It's going to be ruled as inadvertent. Interesting. You know, Davis does stand very close to the plate, and that ball was only about 6 inches off the plate inside. And what's this going to be now? We have the manager. Is he asking that Wesson be relieved from the game?
He must be asking that. He said, what was the warning for if you're not going to do it?
Right. Although he has made a pinch running substitution at the same time.
Now that could be it then.
Okay.
Because Perry wasn't irate.
Not to say he didn't question, raise the question that you said.
I'm sure he raised it.
Yeah.
But
Matthew St. Peter trots into the game to pinch run at second base. Davis still trying to shake off the effects of that fastball off the right leg. Is at first base, trailing 11-0. Rivier trying to get on the board here in game 2. Ball misses up and away. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Line
nice
to left, base hit, and they're going to send the runner. There's going to be a throw, cut off to the plate.
Got him? No.
If it was a force play, yes.
If it was a good play, if it was a good throw, he would have had him.
But it's the first run of the game for Rivier on an RBI single to left. It's 11-1 as the pinch runner, Matthew St. Peter, scores
That would have
immediately.
been a big play. I mean, that would have been a great defensive play if they were able to make that out. Good hustle by the Raiders to get that run across.
And a nice RBI single by Kyle Bowser of Rivier. 11-1. Check swing. Kevin Romero.
Here again, Mike Chance.
Current batter is the left fielder, number 5, Kevin Romero.
Thought I'd let you know.
1-0 pitch coming to Kevin Romero here. He's
A
got
little warmer on the field for Rivier now. They've got a run across.
And that one is a good take by Romero, who's sitting pretty in the count here at 2 balls and no strikes. 11 runs on 9 hits for Daniel Webster, including a 2-run home run by Corey Lelieve. Go to second base, back in plenty of time.
First of how many home runs we are going to see this spring and summer at Holman Stadium. That's what I want to know. Let's get a number now.
I'll say 1.5 homers per game.
So it all depends on how many games we
Yeah.
broadcast. I believe we'll do the North-South game on May 4th.
So if we do 4 games, I'll say 6 homers. It's on the high side, probably.
Yeah, it could be.
Never know. Depends on how the pitching is. The 2-1 on the inside corner at the knees. Nice pitch
Yeah,
there
the
by
Silver
Wesson.
Knights had some big boppers last year.
Yeah,
They'll all be back.
right. They could hit it out to all fields.
Yeah, they were one heck of a good hitting team.
The 2-2 on the way. Just misses that inside corner at the knees. Wesson was trying for 2 in a row, down and in to Romero.
But if you're J.P. Pine, you're very happy that you were able to get at least 5 innings out of Wesson in the second game of a twin bill to save your pitching.
The pitch. Line drive.
Wow.
I was about to say this. I might as well make the point because we have some time to talk here. How many times do third basemen get beat to their right over the bag? I contend way more often than in the hole. I'm a big proponent of playing no
I
closer.
think they're thinking.
But
to
they're
the
pitching
left.
this guy inside.
They're
and
thinking to the left, but they're
Right.
always thinking that he's just going to pull it to the left side of the infield and not be able to pinpoint it
Right,
down the
right.
line.
Called for by Kilgore. He started the game in second, but is out to the right side. It was infield fly roll. Batter was automatically out to prevent against just dropping it and creating a double play. So 1 out here.
That was Alberto Acosta at second base.
Acosta's in there at second. Yeah, I see that in the pros so often. You see a guy that's a great pull hitter, and he just goes right down the line with it. And you see the third baseman playing way off the line, takes a step and a dive, doesn't come anywhere close.
They want to get that head start to the ball hit to their left.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, they give up that side on the right. They figure they'll be quicker to the right than they will be to their left, and it never works out that way.
No. So often guys go right down the and does damage too. Those are always extra. A lot of the times they're extra base hits. Off the helmet, and what's going to happen here now? The umpire's going to take a slow walk to the mound, Tom. The batter was beamed with a pretty decent velocity on that fastball. And after the warnings were issued, you have interpretations. Probably that talk that JP made to the umpire about, hey, we're not trying to hit anybody. That probably swayed him to think, really, that balls are just getting away here, as we have a close-up there on Wesson. And he looks rather remorseful. He didn't want to do that. So, unfortunately, we've seen two players on two teams here get hit in the head with pitches. And fortunately, they're making some pretty good helmets these days, apparently, because these players have just shook it off and gone to first, barely flinching. So the batter now, number 19 for Riv. It's John D. Benedetto, the catcher. Good block in the dirt by Tyler Bonin, moving to his left. And no rebound, which is key as the NHL playoffs are about to get underway. Very exciting time of year for hockey fans. And Tyler Bonin, I'm sure, is one of those. Two-sport athlete behind the plate. Ground ball slowly hit to the shortstop. Weaver flips it to second.
Can we get two?
Acosta
No.
can't turn it, and a run scores. So it is the second run of the game for Rivier. And they are now down by 9, 11-2, as the inning continues with 2 out after the pop-up and the fielder's choice there. Your batter is number 17, Aramis Velez. Aramis coming into the game batting .254. Does have a double, 6 doubles and a triple on his stat sheet as he looks at a strike at the knees. 0-1 to Aramis. If he's able to reach Briar King, who has donned the catcher gears, on deck. Two outs, man on first. Rivier batting and trailing 11-2. High fastball misses. Wesson comes set. Takes a lot off and misses outside. And it's 2-1 is the count. David Wesson, enrolled in the business program at Daniel Webster. This is his 3rd year. Rip to left. That's going to find some grass. And it's a first and second situation. Very nice swing on the ball there by Aramis Velez. And that will bring Briar King to the plate. So he'll unclip the catcher gear and go to the box, but not before a trip to the mound by J.P. Pine. His 5th year as the head coach of Daniel Webster. Wants to make a change here, apparently, or was this is his first trip to the mound in the inning? Maybe he won't make a change. Maybe he just wants to talk to David Wesson, and that's what's going on right now, accompanied by Tyler Bonin on the mound.
Well, JP's going to go out and tell him, hey, look, just throw the ball over the plate. We'll get that last out for you. We'll get you out of this inning. I want to get you through 5.
David is from Pelham, New Hampshire. He was pitched 40 innings as a freshman and 15 innings last year with a nice ERA, 3.6. So after the quick talk from his coach, Pine, Wesson goes back to work, and he gets a fastball in on the hands, carved off to the right for strike 1. Batter Briar King came into the game batting .184. Hits it hard to center. It's going to hang up, and it is caught for the out.
And there you go.
A nice play. Good decision to make the try and complete the catch. That is Chasey, who has been out there for both halves of the doubleheader. Nice catch coming in on the ball.
And the happiest guy
Pick
in
it
the
off the
ballpark,
grass.
the happiest guy in the ballpark was the pitcher, because he did his job getting through those 5 innings.
Josh Chasey making the catch from Haverhill, Massachusetts, one for his highlight reel. The right fielder, Corey Lalive, had been doing all the spectacular catches earlier. So we move along to the 6th inning?
Top of the 6th, bottom of the 6th. No, bottom of the 5th.
Bottom 5.
Remember, there is no mercy rule in college baseball, so the only reduction they have is they do 7 innings in double headers, 9 innings in a single game. A lot of substitutions being made out there, I would imagine.
26 is our pitcher for Rivier. Oh, it's Matthew St. Peter's on the mound. He has pitched once previously, one previous appearance, and he gave up 3 runs in an inning. So he'll try to do a little bit better than that this time out. Matthew St. Peter doing the pitching now for Rivier College.
And every time I look up, Corey Lalive is at the plate.
Yeah. Or making catches in right field.
Right.
Corey's got pro size, doesn't he? Like you were talking about. He's
got the strength. He's got the speed. He's got the arm. He's got the bat. Good glove. Glove, arm, bat, speed. What's the 5th? They always look at
power and average, I think.
Yeah.
Did you get those both? Average and power.
Bat.
Those 2.
I count those as the bat.
Yeah, they break it up.
They break it up.
Yeah. Hit for average, hit for power. That's considered 2 tools. And that one catches the outer third, so it's 0-1 on the lead.
Well, this year the average has gone down, so he's back to 4.
Okay. In the dirt, 1-1 is the count.
But I've never known him not to hit 300, at least. This year he has. You know, once he got around the league last year, then they learned how to pitch him a little bit.
Right. Jackknifes
So
out of the way that one.
So he's got to make an adjustment.
Well, how many games do they have left?
They've got a couple of weeks left.
Right. You know, a lot of times baseball is a game of averages. It just might mean that he's about to get really hot.
Right.
As he looks at ball 2, blowing away. Three and 1 actually. Hitters count here for Lalive. High to left field. Down the line.
Not going to make it out, though.
And it is caught. Well short of the warning track. Hit it about 280 feet.
But even his outs are entertaining.
Yeah, it was. Made a bid to go down the line and just missed it, possibly off the end of the bat and a little bit underneath. Missed it by maybe an inch. His 2nd home run of the game, that would have been. Here's Tyler Bonin of Litchfield, New Hampshire, and Campbell High School, doing the catching in this game. 5'11", 200-pound sophomore, swinging at the first pitch and fouls it over his own dugout.
Bonin's a junior, I think, isn't he? Bonin's a junior.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. It says sophomore in this.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a junior.
Who am I to question TKpedia? It's a real thing, Mike Janes. Stop
Your job,
chuckling.
Mike James, is to look at the game with the camera and keep us warm. All right? Those are 2 things you need to concentrate on.
Wow.
Opinions are not allowed.
As Tom King breaks out the Bill Parcells.
Right, I know it. Disappointed that Bill Parcells won't be
You are?
coaching this year. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But if you wonder why...
Too much work. He's done.
Well, if you wonder why he didn't get voted in, everybody's going, why? How could they not vote Parcells into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah?
Here's why.
People don't like him?
No. people always had the idea, the voters, which are writers, have never fully bought into the fact that he won't coach again.
Monin wraps a single to right. Okay. Yep. They think of him as an active party.
Well, I mean, you can't if you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So they weren't fully buying into the retirement, and this little courting by the Saints with Parcells has proven, that fact has almost come out. So I even think that, the fact that he did, even though he didn't take the Saints job, the fact that it was even talked about will hurt him again in the voting down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be a couple more years before he gets it.
Ryan DuPont, freshman from Merrimack, looks at a strike after swinging at the first pitch. He's down 0-2.
DuPont, again, another player who a year ago couldn't envision himself playing college baseball with Daniel Webster.
Ryan, you be careful with your other enjoyable activities, skiing and motorcycles. It can be somewhat dangerous. Swing and a miss. DuPont is out. And to the plate comes Boudreau. Kyle is from Prospect Mountain High School, which is in Alton Bay, New Hampshire. Eric Boudreau.
J.P. Pine has scoured the New Hampshire woods and come up with some players. Keene, Milford, Litchfield.
Ground ball left side.
Nashua,
Eric
Merrimack.
Boudreau, who successfully graduated from the police academy, by the way. He's got some great prospects. Grounds out to the left side, so no runs again. So how about that inning for Mr. Matthew St. Peter, who had a 27 ERA coming into that inning, was able to blank Daniel Webster here in inning number 5. It's 11-3 is your score after 5 innings. John Collins with Tom King, Mike Janes, our cameraman. We're on Nashua ETV at historic Holman Stadium, where Tom, what's that in right field? Is that faded paint on the wall out there? If you look at
right field?
Yeah, right field between where it says 315, where the foul pole is, and then
354. No, that's the
oh, that's the silhouette of the
silhouette of
right of 9/11, right?
Yeah. Painted on there under the auspices of the now defunct American Defenders.
Of course, you got the retired numbers from the former Brooklyn Dodgers. Guys that played here, Newcomb, Campanella, and Robinson. That's part of the reason why they call it historic Holman Stadium here in Nashua.
David Wesson's night is history. Speaking of historic. Coming in now, Kieran Koch. 0-1 with a 9.82 earned run average. Has made 3 appearances before this. Had 1 start. He's thrown 7 1/3 innings over the course of the year. 13 hits allowed, 8 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, 1 double, 1 home run, and opponents hitting .394 against him.
He's from New City, New York. And Kieran is known to play an occasional video game or 2.
I don't think I've ever played a video game.
Stop it.
I'm
Not
just
once. How about Pong?
Oh, no, wait. No, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I've done that.
right,
Yeah, all right.
yeah.
So that counts. All right.
I can't believe I played Pong. That's like.
Somebody mentioned to me Wii once, and I went.
Yeah, it's like the
I
first
went-
video game ever, isn't it? How old am I?
I went, you mean us? They said we. I said, you mean us?
Oh,
We?
I'm just talking about me.
I said, who's we?
Oh. Right.
W-E, not W-I-I.
We, W-I-I. It's actually 2 I's.
Two I. I
W-I-I.
said W. I
Oh,
said
yeah.
that. W-I-I.
Right.
First baseman number 7, Lucas
We.
Palma.
Us? No, we. Who's on first? You gonna watch the Stooges movie? I gotta get back to baseball. The Farrelly brothers are somewhat local. They did Fever Pitch, your favorite baseball movie of all time, Tom. Because I was in it, right?
Oh, that's right.
Pop up right side.
You were an extra, wasn't it?
I
You've been out at
was.
Fenway
I was
Park?
a specialty extra.
Yeah.
Well,
What'd you have to do?
Played second base.
Yeah.
I'm on screen. Drew Barrymore runs by Johnny Damon, and then she runs by Johnny Collins on the way to kiss her beau there at the first base on deck circle. Climactic scene of the movie. I have stills.
I was just going to say.
Needed to have stills because that's how quick it went by. Carved off to the right, not a play. That was definitely the thrill of a lifetime. I mean, for me, lifelong Red Sox fan, to be down on the field for
Down on
that.
the field at Fenway Park?
Right.
I've been on the field at Fenway Park.
The 100th anniversary of Fenway Park.
It's not all it's cracked up.
Oh, I know. You know, for a Red Sox fan, long throw across the diamond in time. It's, I think I said it once in print. I said the infield dirt at Fenway is as rare and precious as the red clay of Mars. I mean, that's how much it means to me. I know, it means nothing to you.
You're going to make me cry.
It means nothing whatever to you.
100th anniversary.
100th anniversary. And you know what else is 100 this year, which is kind of ironic when you think about Tom Yawkey. You're half 100. The Oreo cookie.
Is it really?
Yes, which was integrated a long time before Fenway Park, by the way.
Just as you say that,
yes.
The other night I did get some Oreo ice cream at my favorite local ice cream area here.
You didn't even know that it was the century mark.
So I will go home and have a spoonful of it.
Excellent.
Just to celebrate.
Do you bite the oh man, am I getting away from baseball? When you eat the Oreo, do you go like just bite into it, or Mike does the twist off thing? I
did the twist off. Was
me? Yes. Oh, you don't eat them anymore. Is that what you're saying? Swing and bunt to the right side, and it's going to be an easy play for Eric Boudreau as he retires Matthew St. Peter for the second out of the fifth inning.
Of the top of the sixth.
Oh, is it top six?
Top six.
Top six. Excuse me. That was 7-inning game. Garris Davis, who got plunked on the right thigh his first time up,
started a whole little
rally.
Rally and a little bit of controversy.
See what he does against the lefty here. He looks at a ball low. Working quickly. The 1-0 is going to hit the outside corner to the knees. 1-1.
I think this is the earliest I've been here to a game in this stadium.
On the calendar? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Grounded back to the mound.
Oh, he's got a great reach, doesn't he?
Yep.
He's got long arms and was able to use those to make that play. Nice play.
3 up, 3 down for Rivier as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Daniel Webster in control of this game, 11-3.
Some snacks are a lot of trouble. I wish it were easier. Snacks with edible wrappers would be a much better idea. What about fruits and vegetables? Just wash and eat. Blueberries, pears, and tomatoes. How fast and easy was that? Join me next time when we'll learn the secrets of making a salad.
And there you see a shot of the scoreboard. Why is the Lowell Spinners sign there, you ask? Well, because they are the owners of the Nashua Silver Knights. A lot of defensive changes out there. Rivier with a new second baseman.
Tom, we're getting close to the high school.
Kyle Bowser.
Excuse me. We're getting close to the high school baseball playoff season, right?
Not the playoff season. We're getting close to the high school season.
Season, right? Yeah.
Yep.
They start after college, obviously. Big, high pop-ups down toward the bullpen area. Long run for everybody, and just out of the reach.
John Roper made his coaching debut for
Nashua High South.
Lost a 5-3 decision in Manchester. He will win some games in Nashua South for sure. Had a long talk with Mr. Roper, who's been on a lot of our games that we've done here when he's been in the stadium.
Yeah.
Another minor league ball player who made Nashua his home. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, 11-3 in favor of Rivier College in favor of Daniel Webster College, over Rivier. DWC looking for a split in a doubleheader. They lost the first game 4-3. A big win for Riv, their second of the year. Daniel Webster fell to 13-11, but they're looking for their 14th win here, as they've only lost 3 games since their 2-8 start.
Matthew St. Peter doing the pitching, only his second appearance of the season in relief. And he's up against Rich Lazat, who's had an eventful at bat. He hit a very high, deep foul ball to left, stepped over almost a hit by pitch.
He got almost an Ephus pitch right there, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's a changeup of a changeup. Wow. Swung right through it.
And he took a huge, mighty hack, but
he
missed
did.
it.
Boy. For Rivier College. And first, number 20, Kyle Bowser moves from center field.
And here's number 26. This is 26 on our, unfortunately, on our Daniel Webster program. I don't have, unless it's number 28, Nick Tresca. Is it Tresca? Thank you.
It's always nice to have SID Ken Belbin with us at games.
The source right with us, yes.
Exactly.
Nick Tresca's from Bethel, Connecticut, a freshman.
But that's the other thing that the colleges have had to do with this level raised over the last 20 years is they've had to hire SIDs.
Mm-hmm. Inside. Nick Tresca hoping to get a pitch he can hit here. Just first chance to hit in the doubleheader, and looking at a 2-1 pitch coming from St. Peter. Right down the middle. So the 2-2 on the way now. And that was a slow curve up high. Full count, 3-2 to Tresca.
Boy, you can hear a pin drop here at Holman.
Well,
has the feel, has the colder feel of those Monday night 6:30 Pride game starts.
You know, the Daniel Webster bench was doing a great job of chatter in the first game, but they
I think any chattering they're doing now is their teeth chattering with cold air.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I have my theories of talking to Mike James, our cameraman, during game 1 about the chatter in college. It's a big thing the coaches tell, hey, talk it up. You know, let's see some life in this dugout. And sometimes it just amounts to heckling your own teammate while he's batting. You know, they start doing things like the copy guy in Saturday Night Live. They're saying your name all funny ways and come on, you know. Come on, Tommy. Come on, Tommy.
A different sport, isn't it?
It is, you know.
It really is a different sport.
Of course, the pros don't do anything like
baseball
that.
Players, they do a lot.
They chatter?
They chatter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they talk.
It must be hard. It'd be hard to be heard over the fans a lot of times in big situations.
Oh, yeah, it is, I'm sure.
Well, St. Peter with no mystery coming right down the middle. But
yeah, he is. And
some picky shoppers up there.
I was going to say, if I'm the Eagles, I'm swinging away.
I know. Elliot Kilgore just said, hey, a pitch that's not going to hit me. I'm going to get
I got an 8-run lead. I want to go home, you know.
And that one's in the dirt.
And the runner is, not even.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, I know it.
Going a second.
I actually think the runner looked at J.P. Pine.
Oh, and said,
do you want me to go?
Right.
Then you do. I mean, it's the integrity of the game.
Yeah, it's only 11-3. I mean, it's not unheard of to have the wheels come off and give up a lot of runs in an inning. Elliot Kilgore would, I think, like to just feel the ball in his bat here.
If that happens,
instead of his body.
If that happens, the wheels that are going to be coming off are going to be up here.
Strike over the outside corner. Now St. Peter paints with strike 2, and he's got a full count, 3-2.
Like James is rubbing those hands, trying to keep warm. He's the man in charge of the heat.
And it's a walk. And so the 0-for-0 line score is intact for Elliot Kilgore, I believe.
Yep.
And his 5th time up in a 7-inning game.
Well, no, when you get hit by a pitch, doesn't that count as an at-bat?
No, it's like a walk. Just like a walk. On your batting average. So the line scores 0 for 0.
That's right. When you reach
4
out,
hit by pitches and
okay.
a walk.
That's right.
The right fielder, number 30, Joe Moran.
And to the backstop, both runners will advance. Joe Moran, who is from Pelham, New Hampshire, sophomore, 6'1", 170-pound left-handed batter, getting his chance to hit here with 2 men in scoring position.
And the Riv pitching coach is going to come out to the mound and have a chat.
Bottom of the 6th inning, right? So that means that Daniel Webster, Rivier will have one more chance to hit in the top of the 7th. If this is the bottom of the 6th.
It is.
It is, right. Almost lost track. Ken Belbin does a great job.
I was just going to say, you got a lot of information.
Yeah, it's
there.
like a book here.
I know it. No kidding.
On everybody. And, I kind of felt bad. They went to to Florida, but they spent a lot of time in Winter Haven, which was, of course, the Red Sox old spring training home.
Right.
But it's landlocked. It's not really like the exotic Tampa,
And
coaster,
and it's funny. I talked with JP while he was down there, and it happened to be at the same time we had that nice stretch of warm weather.
Right.
So
St. Patrick's Day
just
week.
just as warm here as it was there.
Right. Ironic. Planned for that months ahead of time, thinking here's going to be in the snow.
Right.
Hammer to right, base hit. This could play 2 more for Daniel Webster, and it will. A base hit solidly struck. Joe Moran making the most of his at bat.
13-3 lead. Now, people don't realize just how difficult college baseball is in New England because, you're out there in January throwing the ball around, either in the gym or outside somewhere.
I played in Waterville, Maine.
You did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time did you guys start?
Oh, we were indoors in January.
Right.
And we stayed indoors until April 1st.
Right.
Yeah.
Until April 1st?
Oh,
Right.
about that.
Right.
We tried to get out, but
Right.
come on,
And down here, they're down here. They'll clear the lacrosse field and have them out there outside. If they can, in January or early February. Try to get them out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't forget, there's no bubble, there's no indoor facility.
Right.
So you have the
Colby
gym.
did
You
have
have
a
the gym.
beautiful field house.
You have the gym, but at the same time, you've got 2 basketball teams using it, plus a volleyball team. So it's, you're fighting for space and time.
This is Alberto Acosta, who is from Lawrence, Massachusetts.
In the time that we were talking about with the warm weather, there's sometimes 6 or 7 inches of snow on the ground at that point in time.
And Alberto pulls it foul.
In
1 out.
mid-March, which is when these guys start their seasons.
Right.
You've got to be a real dedicated baseball player. I did a series on this a few years ago, about 3, 4, 5 years ago, I think. Talked to a lot of college coaches and a few players. And you really have to love the game to play college ball in the Northeast.
Yeah. A lot of it is inside.
Yeah, it's just
snow's on the ground. Like you said.
It's just not baseball conditions. And here he is, Corey LaLeve.
Corey LaLeve has a chance to, still another chance to get home run number 2. Smacked the line drive out of here early in the game. And he takes up ball high. Young man from Hudson, New Hampshire, playing right field tonight, has also a couple of diving catches to his credit, facing Matthew St. Peter, who comes set, and the 1-0 pitch stays inside. You can see LaLeve loading up.
Curious that they've pitched him inside all night. I'm curious why. I would want to pitch him away.
It's called missing.
Yeah, that's
inside,
probably
isn't it?
true.
Let's see what happens.
That's inside again. See, and look at the
bomb
pull on that, a bomb, way foul.
Yeah.
But he got that same pitch in the early part of the ball game and just wristed it into the left field pitching area.
2 outs. Man on first base.
One of the main reasons Alvin was a Division I baseball finalist a couple years ago, or in 2009, Corey Lalive.
Ripped
There is
deep
another one that
left.
could go.
This has a
It's
chance.
gone.
It is
See ya.
gone. The second home run of the game for Corey Lalive. A 15-3 lead for Daniel Webster College. It was a no-doubter to a deep part of this ballpark.
Yeah, and this is what Corey Lalive has been waiting for all year, a game like this where he could just display his power and his tools. You see the quick bat. If you make a mistake with Lalive, he will make you pay, which has me curious as to how he's been pitched the rest of the earlier part of this year. He has got talent.
Definitely.
I would say he's probably, I would feel safe in saying he's the most talented player in the history of this baseball program. They have not had a player like him with that kind of ability. And they've had a couple that have been close.
Right.
And a couple that, you know, scouts have looked at. But well, if I'm a scout looking at Corey Lalive, and I project a lot of things, and
Well, Joe and Merrill was just talking about people
I
that underestimate Division III players. He's at Division I tools. I mean, he's
well, yeah, exactly. And you know, originally his career was going to be at Keene State, and things didn't work out there for him. He just was not ready for the college environment at that point. A lot of kids go away to school and they're not ready for it. And he wasn't, so he came back home, and this was the perfect situation for him. He could go to school and live in the area, be close to his family, get that kind of guidance, and play the game in a program that has J.P. Pine has absolutely, as Joanne mentioned it, has just elevated, you know, and done a real good job with. And she, you know, hoping that Anthony Perry, and I think he will do the same thing at Rivier. But Pine has taken this program to all sorts of different levels that hadn't been expected. And that's made it easier for maybe scouts to come and see Lalive.
John D. Benedetto is warming up for Rivier. He did catching for most of the night. This is his 6th appearance of the season. Opponents batting just .250 off D. Benedetto in those 5 appearances. He has given up no earned runs. So De Benedetto has got a good arm. He'll be out there to possibly conclude the game. It'll be interesting to see him come in and face Lalive, but they waited the batter. Maybe not for him, but
if he faces Lalive, we're missing Letterman.
Oh. Okay, well, it's a 15-3 lead. Pitch hits the upper outer, and it's 0-1. That one's high for ball 1. Kenny Martin, number 7, batting for Daniel Webster. Nearly got hit by that pitch, but called a strike.
He's got some gas, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's, like I said, no earned runs in 5 innings pitched. This is his 6th appearance. He has yet to let up an earned run. Just 5 hits in 5 innings. No earned runs. Kenny Martin batting here for Daniel Webster is from Brockton, Massachusetts. Down the third base line.
Fair.
That sounded like a wood bat, too. Long throw across the diamond in time. Nice play.
Let's see, where is that
bat? The
bat?
side, right at home plate.
It is a wood bat.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
John Collins, student of the game, knows the sounds.
Probably tell you, looks like a 243 model. Justin Pedroia, big barrel.
I always went for the lighter, a little shorter bats. I like those short bats. I can wear. But in wiffle
control.
But in wiffle ball, I went with
Right.
the fat red ones.
The big boppers.
No, actually, what I wanted was what I did with a cork bat. A couple tennis balls in there. Yep.
Doesn't work, Mike? Is that what you're saying?
Little weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike's father played in Rochester, New York, Rochester University. coldest, snowiest place in the country. At least that's what he says.
Yeah, Mike's father was a student of the game.
Rochester, Buffalo area.
Read the baseball encyclopedia.
That's right. He's in it.
So we move to what could be the last half inning of the ball game. Not that I don't enjoy spending time with you, Tom. I look forward to the next game when it's deeper into the spring and even warmer, and we'll have even more fun the next time we get here on Nashua's ETV, and maybe a closer game than we did. You know, if we did cover game one of this doubleheader, we would have saw a closer game, but we would have missed the Corey LaLeve show,
That's
which
true,
was a treat. If you're a baseball fan of
watching LaLeve with a couple of diving catches out in right field.
2 home runs in one game and diving catches, and also we would have missed 4 hit-by pitches, all that pain that Elliot Kilgore endured for us to set a record for his 4 times
and
up.
we wouldn't have seen these nice spiffy new uniforms.
That's it, too. Yeah. Highlight of the broadcast was our interview with Joanne Merrill, who spends a lot of time with us here and talked about how far they've come. And you brought it up, 1990, you know, you said they went co-ed, right?
I made a call to Joanne, I think it was 89. I think it was the summer, I mean, it was late spring of 89, when the word had come down that they were going to go co-ed. So the first question was, well, what are they going to do for an athletic program? I mean, they had women's basketball and volleyball already. Those were their 2 sports. That was it.
22 years ago.
And look at how things have evolved, not only at Rivier, but at all the other schools at that level.
Right.
You know, so, and she said, oh, yeah, we have a plan in place. We'll hire probably start with basketball. We'll hire a basketball coach who will be kind of like a men's athletic director and assistant AD. And that guy was Jim Damaraki, and then the rest is, as they say, history.
Kyle Bowser will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning, or top of the 7th inning. Looks like we have a new catcher in the game for Daniel Webster.
Replacing Bonin.
Pitch. Took something off. Bowser way out ahead of it.
Let's see here. I think it might be Aaron Richards, but I'm not sure.
You have a 40 in that
I thought
number?
it looked like it was a 40.
Yeah.
It's going to be Aaron Richards.
Ball just misses on 0-2, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bowser. Here's the pitcher that goes from the set position even with nobody on base. That curveball
just got a piece of it. Oh.
So we'll do the 1-2 again as Josh Sigmund comes set. The Campbell, New Hampshire, Campbell High School product gets another foul tip.
Couple of Campbell players in this ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Very successful Division III program that Jim Gorham, the Campbell High School head coach, has set up in Litchfield.
Aaron Richards doing the catching. Frames that one nicely.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a strike in a close game, but in a 15-3 ball game at
close enough
9:45 at night in 45-degree weather, that's going to be a strike 3.
Defensive changes for Daniel Webster College. Batting 5th, the new catcher is number 40, Aaron Richards. Batting 9th, the new left fielder is number 3, Jeffrey Martin.
Sigmund comes set. The pitch. Again, same spot.
You've got to call that if you're going to be the umpire.
Strike 1. Batters Kevin Romero. Slightly open stance. Swinging bunt left side. Quickly off the mound. Sigmund. Long throw.
Oh, he's
in
out.
time.
Yep, great job. Great job at first base.
Eric using his tiptoes on the bag.
Great job. He's got a long reach. Was able to make the play. Let's see, how tall is he? 6'2".
And with the glove and
The only
standing
way,
on the bag,
the
he's
only
like
way you
6'6".
make that play is if
Yeah.
you're over 6 feet.
Right. And also a smart play, too. He used the base as an elevator. There's a ground ball. Weaver to his right. Long throw. Beautiful throw to Boudreau to retire the side and win the ball game. It's a 15-4, 15-3 victory for Daniel Webster College as the Eagles congratulate each other down on the field. But it's not for naught that the Rivier College team came out here this afternoon.
They got themselves a big 4-3 win in game one.
Yes. For
their second win of the year and over a local rival. It'll be the highlight of their season, I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely, as they
But that made it an important game for Daniel Webster. They could not get swept in this game. Remember, you don't get the chances for an at-large bid if you don't win your conference aren't very good, but at this level. But at the same time, they want to get to the 20-win plateau again. They just got win number 14 now. They get to that 20-win plateau. If they don't win their conference tournament, they have a shot at an ECAC bid, which is always important for them as well. So, Daniel Webster College continuing another winning season under J.P. Pine. Anthony Perry, he's got a lot of work to do. He knows it. But I've seen coaches come into Rivier with Rivier baseball and not have the numbers that he has already. So he's already gotten a lot of players out there just in terms of filling out his roster. But his first recruiting class will be coming in next year, and it should be interesting to see what he can do.
Let me throw you up a meatball here. Who's the player of the game?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Is it? I think Kilgore.
Kilgore. 4 hit by pitches.
4 hit by pitches.
Sorry.
No doubt about
Corey
it.
Lilly.
Sorry, Corey Lilly. Your 2 home runs don't mean squat when it comes to Elliot Kilgore.
He took one for the team 4 times.
Come on, you got to give it to him.
2 home runs, 2 diving catches.
Come on, you do that all the time.
Tom King, good job. Good working with you. Mike Janes on camera, also excellent job. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson. I'm John Collins. This is Nashua's ETV broadcast from Holman Stadium. Doubleheader. Rivier wins game 1, 4-3, and there's Daniel Webster victorious in game 2, 15-3. Good night from Holman Stadium, everybody.